What's up, my JDC channel? Welcome back. Glad to see you guys are all here. I appreciate the love that I've been receiving lately on this channel. If you guys really find this information useful, please like and subscribe. It takes a couple seconds down below, and it really helps me out. It definitely helps the algorithm, so it starts to show this more and more as people search for things. But it's not necessary. And I also want to say that this is not financial advice. I give you some details, I give you facts, I tell you what's going on. I give you enough information for you to do your own research, understand what you're looking at, and then make your own decision on whether you want to buy, hold, or sell. Right? All right, so today I want to talk about Stellar's policymaker guide for understanding CBDCs. So CBDCs are central bank digital currencies. And Stellar's pretty smart, right? They're making a policymaker guideline, meaning this is going to go over to the governments of the world, anybody who's in charge of making policies, and we're saying these are some of the best things. This is going to explain to you what certain aspects of digital currency are, and the central banks are going to be making a decision on which either cryptocurrency to go with or how to develop their own. And even if they develop their own, it's usually going to be on a pre-existing network. And so Stellar is again making big moves. I mean, you wouldn't be going to through all the trouble of doing this if you didn't think that your system was going to be used as the main foundation for building your central bank digital currency on, right? So again, this is why Stellar's doing this. This is a whole big PDF. This is about an hour long. I'm going to post this in the description. But the biggest thing they're talking about is, it's pretty important too. So when you talk about creating a digital currency, what are the most important things? This has to be secure. It has to be compliant. It has to be easy to change and adapt to things, because obviously we've never done this before, right? In human history, we've always used some kind of physical form of payment, whereas now it's digital. How do you keep it from being hacked? How do you keep people from creating their own? It has to be offline capable, right? If the internet goes down, if the person is doing transactions in a place where they don't have access to the internet, how do you ensure that this is going to continue to work? And that's one of the biggest things that they talk about in this this hour-long webinar. But it's fascinating, right? So a lot of governments, all the central banks are currently looking into this because it's a necessity. It's something that we need to move on to in order to fix a lot of the issues that we're currently seeing. And one of the things is there's both people for it and people against it. And the people for it are, it's because they want to avoid people from doing fraud, right? Any transactions you make, it's going to be 100% visible. There's no tax evasion on this. Everything's going to be 100% transparent. And now there's the other side of the coin where people are also scared about using a digital currency because it's much easier for the government to take it away from you. It also allows them to pretty much monitor all your spending, right? So they're going to know how much you have. They're going to know what you spend on, every little detail, because it's all going to be coming out of your wallet. Now, there's more details to be coming out, but overall, I think it's very smart for Stellar to be creating a policymaker guide so that the government understands, and they're also explaining why they think that Stellar is the foundation that they should pick to build their CBDCs on, right? So that's another big power play, something that to me is impressive. They're always doing these things in the background, and this is just only one of the things going on out there, but there's still a lot more. And one of the other things that I saw that they're talking about is NFTs, right? So they're going to have webinars and hackathons and things to develop NFTs. And so this is something else that's coming. And now one of the things that you notice is there's a lot of talk of NFTs right now. There's a lot of talk about government adoption of cryptocurrency. There's a lot of talk of smart contracts, building other cryptos on top of pre-existing cryptos, just like Ethereum. And so everything pretty much that you have seen regarding cryptocurrency, Stellar is doing, right? And people are sleeping. There's not a lot of people that follow the Stellar Twitter. There's not a lot of people that go to the Stellar website and check for updates. And so the people that do catch on what's going on, and the people that are getting in early right now, are the people that are going to be very happy in the near future. But this is everything I wanted to give you guys today. Oh, I can't forget. Let me look at the technicals for a little bit, just for the people that want to see what's going on in the price. So overall, and I said this before, when the price goes above the Bollinger Band or below it, it usually tends to go the opposite way. So right now it broke through it, in a bullish movement, and then it leveled back out to the middle of a Bollinger Band. Right now, it kind of looks like it's a little bit on the downtrend, but that may change. This changes on the daily and the hourly. But overall, it looks to be positive, kind of like coming back from a massive dip. If you look down here on the average the moving average, and so I think it's on a little bit of a downtrend right now. But this is normal, up, down, up, down. I think it's getting very close to a point where it's going to have to shoot up, right? It's not going to stay at this level forever, especially as more and more people are beginning to adopt. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's kind of leveling out, and we're going to start to see the next couple of days here where this tends to go, because this has the potential to go back down and then come back up. But overall, it's fighting, right? And it hit the resistance mark up here, which is really the 25 cents range, I'd say. And then it kind of bounced back down, but it seems to be hitting this resistance right here. And it doesn't really mean that it can't go down. I mean, the previous weeks, the resistance seems to be around 19 cents. So don't be surprised if it goes down a little bit more. But the idea here is that you want to create new higher lows. So this is the low and it starts to come back up. Then the 20 cents mark would be the new higher low, whereas before it was 18 to 19 cents. But still, not worried about it. In my opinion, if it's in the red, it's time to buy. These are the Walmart discounts that I've been talking about. You buy the dips, you don't buy the highs. But yeah, that's everything I got for you guys. There's not much else going on. Just a quick look at Bitcoin. It broke below the Bollinger Band, but it's a very wide opening. So don't be surprised if this kind of narrows down. I expect this to come up in the next couple of days to around the $50,000 mark, and probably stick around there, potentially even come back up to retest the resistance levels of 65,000. But and we zoom in a little bit, look at the month here, gives you a cleaner look, and I'd expect it to be right around here, around the 50,000 mark fairly soon. But a little bit of a downtrend, so it might come back down a little bit before retesting the highs, but usually when you break the Bollinger Band, you go the opposite direction. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed my content. Again, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hit that notification button, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.